All right. Have a good workout.
Sweet.
I might make an appearance later. If we can. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. Bye. Bring the baby too.
All right, we got a little bit of time, so let's see if other people show up before we get started. You get everything you needed from Target?
Yes. It was a multiple shopping day.
Yeah. It's good to get all this thing knocked out in one day.
Yeah. Well, we went to Costco today.
Oh, wow.
Got more. Way more.
We just did the curbside Central Market yesterday, so we're starting to move into like crock pots again now that like you make a big old crock pot. You don't have to like cook all these dinners with the baby and everything. So it's like, sweet, we're good for the next 7 days because I just made like this nice goulash. So
you what is it called? Pressure cooker. Like
yeah. I've never had a pressure cooker, but that sounds like a very worthy thing to get.
Yeah, I mean it's so quick. You can get a meal in like an hour.
We have an air fryer, which is really awesome. I thought that it's going to be another one of those stupid things that I buy that I use a few times, but I use it all the time.
As seen on TV. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Right. You can make really great things like chicken wings.
Yeah.
Are just as good as deep fried, but not, like very little oil. But you get the crispy skin and they're super juicy inside. Very great. They're better than grilled chicken wings I typically make. Nice. Fish is good, but any vegetable, you throw it in there and get these nice crispy, vegetables. So like
we needed one more thing for our kitchen that won't fit.
Yeah. But like the Brussels sprouts, like, have Brussels sprouts with some oil and throw them in there. Those are awesome.
Yeah. Nice.
Sweet. See if we can figure out more things to add so we can gain weight instead of lose weight from this class. All right.
Yeah. Gain.
6:30. Let's go ahead and get started. So similar format, and we're gonna start with our same warm up. So fingers, full extension, full fist, extensions.
Hey, Lisa, how do I take it off of the? Hey, Lisa, how do I take it off of?
Okay, finger flicks.
Full screen. His full screen.
Okay, just the first 2 digits, the crimps. One thing I have found is now that I haven't climbed in so long, my fingers feel so much better than they have in like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Of course they're way weak, but there's a pro to it, I guess. Okay, roll it out. Shoulders, small circles. Reverse. Medium. Reverse. Large. Reverse. Shake it out. Twists. It's over. All right, shake it out. I'm not sure if you guys can see the little participant thing off to the side, but if you can, if you end up seeing someone that pops in and I haven't admitted them, scream at me or something because I can't necessarily watch it as well as I would when Jen's around. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to start with our finger section. So go ahead. Watch out. Wheel you guys over. So there's going to be an option today on two parts of the back. And one of them is going to be to do much more fingers if you want to do that. So let me, I guess, go ahead and explain it. So right now what we're going to do is 6 seconds hangs, 6-second break 5 times. So it'll be a minute long. We're going to do that 3 times. And that's going to be basically a finger warm up or, you know, the little bit of finger that I'm going to do. In the next section where we typically do Frenchies, if you want to do more finger workout, you'll just continue to do that same finger section of the 6 seconds on, 6-second break back and forth instead of doing the Frenchies. So that'll be an option. Just so you know that if you want to continue to do a finger workout, that is an option to do. All right, let me get set up. Timer. All right, so we're going to do so 6 seconds on, 6-second break 5 times. Starting in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, hang. 2, 1, break. 2, 1, hang. Break. 2, 1, hang. Break. 2, 1, hang. 4th one. Break. 1 more. 2, 1, hang. Break.
Activity completed.
Okay, let me get my timer going. So we're going to do a 2-minute break now. So that was the first warm up. So if you still need a shake out or get your fingers going, go ahead and use this time to do that. So make sure no one's missing. Okay, cool.
How many of those sets, Brandon?
We're going to do 2 more of those.
More.
And then we're going to go into the back. But again, like I said, you can still do these finger hangs as part of those. The back will have 4 areas of it. 2 of them will have different options to them, and I'll go through those right when these are done. We haven't been focusing nearly as much on fingers, primarily out of my own selfishness, because since I'm not climbing as much or really at all, I'd rather work on muscle-based things. But that's why, since some of you are climbing again, if you do want to focus on more finger things, then you can use part of the back to continue on the fingers if you want.
This week's finger exercise is way nicer than last week.
Yeah, the pyramid, we did pyramids last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pyramids are really rough. This one is much better, but this is a good opportunity since it is shorter. You can use smaller edges or even add weight to still keep it. You want to try to like mimic that hardness of the pyramid once your fingers are warm.
Right.
Cool. All right, so round 2 starting in 10 seconds. Yeah, the pyramids are probably one of the harder ones, definitely. 3, 2, 1, hang. Break. 2, 1, hang. Break. 2, 1, hang. Break. 2 more. 2, 1, hang. Break. 1 more. 2, 1, hang. Break.
Activity completed.
Okay, so 1 more of those. I know, Tyler, you mentioned you made it out to Reimers recently. Has anyone else been getting any climbing in? Take those signs as a big old no, just like me.
It was the first time in a long time
Yeah.
for me.
I climbed a couple times before, like, it went nuts again.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it started going crazy, I was like, and I'm out.
Yeah, they closed the green, since we live right off the green belt. That green belt was closed. I don't know how long, for many weeks. They're gonna open it. I don't know if it's officially opened again.
By reservation, though.
By reservation, right? Yeah, it's funny since we live in the neighborhood, we know all the other ways to get to the green belt, and you can tell like all the other people are starting to find those ways because what they've been doing is stationing people at the typical greenbelt trailheads so that people can't go in. They actually sit there all day, staying, turning people away. But there's like 2 other main areas that are pretty easy to get down from to Gus Frew. And you can start seeing, they're just dead ends where you park. You start seeing all these cars parked there when they never normally would be there. I'm like, yeah. How do you can't really stop people getting there if they really want to. So I guess the best thing would be to just have someone patrol the area and just hand out fines, I guess. But
Show them.
all right, 1 more, starting in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, hang. Break. 2, 1, hang. Two, 1, hang. Break. 2, 1, hang. Break. 1 more. 2, 1, hang. Break. So like I said, so we're gonna do four sections in this next one. The first one, I'm gonna start with a Frenchie, but you can do the exact same thing as you just did, every time you hear a ding, you're going to either be on and off. So, for example, like a Frenchie, you'd be top, you'd be hanging. On a Frenchie, you'd be in the middle, you'd be taking a break. Just keep repeating. If that doesn't make sense, I can try to explain that more. The second one that we're going to do is, I just heard my wife yell at the dog just now. Wrist rollers. So I know most of you probably don't have the wrist roller little machine, but what you can do is grab two things that are roughly, 2.5 whatever pounds or 5 pounds or whatever, and you'll just do these for the time. It's going to be for a minute. You can also do them at the same time if you wanted to do, something substantially harder. But if you do have a wrist roller or made a wrist roller, it's just a stick with a rope, right? With a weight. The important thing is that you keep a 90-degree, whether you're doing it with a real wrist roller or with weights. So we're going to do that for a minute. Between each one of these, you're going to get a minute break. The next one is going to be push-ups. So these back-to-back are going to be pretty hard because they're both going to be targeting the shoulder, kind of different areas. But push-ups for a minute is brutal, brutal, brutal. So I don't expect you to be able to do a regular push-up for that long. So just remember, if you feel like your core or your form is diminishing, go ahead and switch from a regular push-up to a knee push-up. And then if that's still getting you pretty hard, then just go ahead and hold a plank or any kind of position for the remainder of the time. If you want any demonstrations on push-ups, then let me know. But otherwise, I'm just going to assume you're going to do what you're going to do. The fourth one has another option again. One of them is if you have a band and want to use a band. I'm probably going to use a band today. The two workouts are going to be, you're going to hold the band roughly chest or a little less than chest apart, and you're just going to pull out. So you start, your arm's going to be at 90, and you're just going to pull out. And what I'd like you to do is try to pull out as far as you can and pause. So don't just go out and do this. Go ahead and pull, pause, come back in. Maybe even count to a count of 2, and you're just going to do that for 30 seconds. So all these are a minute. So after that 30 seconds, you'll have to watch this. What I want you to do is flip over. So now you've got a circle. I'll do that again just to make sure everyone sees it. I've got my thumbs locked in here. So you're at here, flip over. You've got your circle, thumbs locking that to hold it. And I just want you to pull up and down. So you're going to be pulling your thumbs away from your body and pulling all the way up, reaching as high to the sky as you can and back down. So you're just going to do that nice and slow. You should feel a nice kind of hard pull in this part of your shoulder. I love that workout. Typically what you would do is you would make a knot and you'd put your hands between and pull out and do it. But the fastest way, because you're going to be switching really quickly at the 30-second mark, is just to make the little circle with your thumbs, go up and down. Again, if that doesn't make sense, I can show another demonstration of that. If you don't have the band, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be having your kind of lightweight, roughly 5 pounds or 2.5 pounds, or whatever, and you're going to do the reverse flies. So you're bent over, and you're going to be pulling up. Your pinkies are going to be pointed up to the sky. You're going to look roughly at about a 45 degree in front of you. You're going to pull up, and again, just like on the band ones, I want you to pull up and try to pause at the top. And what you really want to be doing is focusing on squeezing your scapula together, your shoulder blades back to the center of your back. So you're going to do that for 30 seconds. And then the second 30 seconds, you'll just stand up and you're just with your weights going to pull up to the sky. It's going to be different because you're not getting that kind of compression out, but it is what it is. So you're just going to go, it's still a great workout. It's just going to work your muscles a bit different. So you do that for the second 30 seconds. So those are the 4. We'll do those 3 or 4 times. I need to look at the time at that. And then we're going to move into the last section of Jenny's. So sweet. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Get the clock set up. Like I said, there's a minute break between each one. First one is going to start with either Frenchies or the same names we were doing before, starting in 10 seconds. I'm going to be calling out the Frenchy version of it. 2, 1, top. Middle or break. $135, or you're hanging again. Top. $90. $135. So we're doing 3 of these Frenchies. We are going to finish with a pull-up at the top at the end of it, though. Stop. $90. So remember, there's one last pull at the end of this that we don't normally do. $135. It's going to start in 2, 1, top and hold. 2, 1, break.
Activity completed.
Okay, you get 1 minute break.
I didn't see what you're doing, Brandon, but did you were you going all the way up and then just straight to 90, or were you going all the way up, down 90?
We're doing we're just doing, so we use two different words. One's Frenchies, which is top, point as high as you can, just going to 90, just going to 135.
Yeah, you're not doing that. You're not doing that.
We're not doing the pull up between. We call those Frenchiers. So if you did a pull up all the way, you do a pull up between and then back to 90. We call those Frenchiers. Those are way harder.
Yeah, gotcha.
No, you're welcome to do those if you want to.
I'm all right.
The timing would be exactly the same.
Yeah.
But that is another
Yeah,
another
that's a
pull-up.
little bit.
All right. So now we're doing the wrist rollers starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, regardless of what version you're using, whether you're just doing weights in front of you, the most important thing is to keep that straight 90 degree in front of you so that you're feeling that shoulder workout.
We let us know when it's halfway so I can switch.
Yes, absolutely. It's half in now. I'll give you more warning next time. Yeah, wrist rollers are probably my favorite, even though they're super painful, because they do the best for preventing tendonitis for me. 5, 3, 2, 1, break. So in that one, you should be feeling a big burn on the top of your forearms and in your shoulders. If you're not feeling that, increase the weight. If you're not, you're losing all the form towards the end of quickly into that one, then drop weight. If you're losing form towards the very end, that's fine. So we've got 40 seconds and we're gonna do the push-ups. And again, remember, a minute of push-ups is effing hard. So remember to keep adjusting as needed. Okay, starting in 20 seconds. 10, 5, 1, go. And they don't have to be very fast. In fact, nice and controlled is probably, I actually prefer. The most important thing is you're keeping your core tight and your form is nice and clean, no jerkiness. Halfway. 15. 5. Break. Dog ran by me just then and got like a complete face of hair on my face. Okay, so last one for this round, and that's going to be the band or the weight with reverse fly and I don't know what you'd call them, frontal raise, but all the weights at the top, frontal raises. Starting in 30 seconds. Remember the transitions at the 30-second mark. Starting in 15. 5, 2, 1, go. Make sure your elbows are close to your side. You want to feel like you're pulling away from your hands away from your body, but also squeezing your scapula. Remember, try to pause. 5, get ready to switch. 2, 1, go. So remember, throw it over with your thumbs. Listen up. Constantly be pulling your thumbs away from each other. So you're feeling that kind of pressure in your shoulders as you're pulling away the whole time. 10. 3. Break. 1 minute to the next one. We're going to start all the way at the top. As these get harder, remember to keep adjusting. Form is the most important thing. "30 seconds. "15 seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1, up. 90. 135. 90. 135. Top. 90. 135. Remember, there's a last pull. Top. 3, 2, 1. Break.
Activity completed.
1 minute break. I'm going to turn the temperature down real quick. Give me 1 second. "30 seconds. 15. 5, 2, 1, go. Fifteen to half. 5 until half. 2, 1, halfway. $15. 5, 2, break. Next going to be the push-ups. If you get a chance, try to get some water between. $20 seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1, go. $30. 20. 10. 5. Break. Last one is going to be that band or a reverse fly with overhead.
Yay.
30 seconds. Yeah, this one I like to lock my elbow kind of like right here towards my side. Try to isolate just that slow motion just to the outside of the side. 15 seconds. 5, 2, 1, go. Try to pause on the outside. 15 to switch. Switching in 5, 2, 1, switch. 10. 2. Break. 1 minute. Back to the top. So remember, if you're doing the Frenchies and you're having trouble getting back to the top, if you put your feet down and jump to the top and go through the steps, do that versus trying to pull. It's more important that you're doing those negatives on the way down than the pull up to get to it. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Top. 90. 135. Top. 90. 135. Top. 90. 135. Up. 3, 2. Break.
Activity completed.
Wrist rollers are next. "30 seconds. 15. 5, 2, 1. Go. "15 to switch. 5. Switch. 15. 5. Break. Next one's everyone's favorite, push-ups. 30 seconds.
Baby.
15. 5, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Oh. 15. 5. Oh. Break. I don't know if you guys can hear the key and soundtrack in the background. Got a little crowd going on. All right, band or reverse fly. $30 seconds.
Those are some actual wins.
Say it again.
Those are some actual wins.
Yep. 15. Yeah, that's his. I'm not happy, but like I'm not like absolutely pissed just yet. The absolutely pissed is a whole nother level. 2, 1, go. That's the one where basically, you know, he essentially stops breathing. His face wrinkles up. He's all red. His mouth is open, but no sound is coming out. And then eventually it's like, ah! Kind of like a squealing pig. It's pretty damn intense.
Yeah. So those are like typical.
Switching in 5, 2, 1, switch. We're very fortunate. He, as far as babies grow, does not cry a whole lot. 15. 5. Break. I can see in the comment section that Brooks is asking for one more round, so we're gonna do it. But I am gonna give you a 2-minute break before we start the last round. As you guys all frantically look around to see if there's an actual comment thing written.
There's not.
I think he erased it really fast. He put it there and erased it, just, you know. He didn't want to be outed, but, you know, I got to throw it out there for Brooks. Oh, here it is. Thanks, Brooks. There you go. Agreed. Thank you, Brooks.
I'm worried because during that break set, at no point would you say this is the last one. I just knew it.
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
But usually on the last one you'll say it, but you weren't saying it that when we were going through it. I was like, oh no.
Yep. Yep, you're right. So we have a whole nother minute still right now. Yeah, I mean, just think of it this way. It's this round that we're about to do that's really going to be the thing that builds you up stronger. It's that last fight that you do, breaks those muscles down, builds them back stronger. At least, so I'm told. As the famous Yatsik from Houston told me, pain is just weakness leaving one's body. And he was one strong motherfucker. All right. 20 seconds. Last round, 10 seconds. Last round, best round. 3, 2, 1, top. 90. 135. Top. 90. 135. Top. 90. 135. Top. 3. Break.
Activity completed.
All right. Wrist rollers. Feel the pain. Feel that strength coming back, you know, getting stronger. It is funny as when Kean cries, the dogs come up here. When he stops, they run back down. 30 seconds. When we first brought him home, he was crying like crazy, and Sonny was like, fuck this. He was out. He was upstairs. He's the hell out. 15 seconds. Now he doesn't really care as much. He usually, when he cries, he goes by him. But since I'm up here away from him, he's like, all right, I'll go hang out with that guy. 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Last of the wrist rollers. You know what I should do is I made all those cheap ass PVC wrist rollers for Crux a long time ago when they first opened up so that they would have something, thinking that they would buy some eventually, but I should just grab those and ship them off to you guys so you can use them. 30 seconds. I know these suck, but they are so useful. Ah. 20. Ah. Sorry, I didn't leave it halfway, my bad. 10 seconds. Oh. 3. Break. All right, 2 more things. And then we'll go to Jenny's area, Jenny's section. The fan favorite. Hey, little girl. 2 days ago, Luna got on the couch, which was right next to the crib. And she kept eyeing the inside of the crib. Keenan wasn't in there, he was with us. Eventually, she jumped in, laid down, and went to bed. It was pretty awesome. 20 seconds. All right, pups. Watch out. Go. Go. 10. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, my God. Woo. These are gonna suck. I haven't looked at what Jenny had planned. Hopefully there's not a lot of shoulders in it. 30. Sonny, watch out, buddy. Go. 15. 5. break. All right, last thing with these. Woo! $30. 15. 5. And go. Remember to pull and pause. It's too easy. Grab closer to the center and pull out. Too hard. Move your hands to the outside a little bit more. Switching in 10. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Oh. 15. Oh. 5. Break. All right. Let's move you guys over. And get ready for Ginny's workout.
You know what her workout's gonna be?
Yes, I'll read it off to you. I'll show you an example of each one real quick.
Okay.
So if you want to do
it
later. Yep. Okay, so what it's going to be is we're going to do 4 different workouts. The first one, I'll show you each one real quick. First one is going to be plank forearm reaches, so an awesome shoulder one because we didn't get the shoulders in. So you're going to be in a plank, and what you're going to do is you're just going to reach out with one, reach out with the other. So always coming back to a plank. You're just reaching out, putting the forearm down and coming back. So what you want to do is keep your body, your upper body as flat as possible. You want to reach out, tap, come back. Also, when you're in the beginning of the plank, try to keep this first part to be in a 90 at least. Try not to be here and doing it. Okay. Next one is going to be slow bicycles. So basically going to be in our hollow hold position. You want to keep your hands here by your head. You'll reach up to elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Remember, nice and slow, rocking into each one. If you want to make it harder, the leg that extends, you want to keep it as close to the ground, but not touching as possible. Good. Third one is going to be another shoulder one, which is going to be a bear shoulder taps. So remember, bear position is knees slightly above the ground, keeping them as close to the ground as possible. Again, tabletop, keeping your body, upper body stable. You're just going to touch your shoulder, touch your shoulder, touch your shoulder, touch your shoulder. You really want your hips, shoulder, and upper body to not move. So you're locking it in place as you're doing your taps. And don't do them fast, nice and control. Maybe even pause on the shoulder for a second or two as you're doing it. The last one, she always does a leg one. So I don't know if this is going to be as bad as last week's, but it might be. All right, so what it is it's going to be sumo pulses with a leg lift. So you're gonna get in a sumo squat position, which is legs a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Your feet are gonna be pointing out. You're gonna go into a deep squat. So you're gonna do 3 of those. So 1, 2, 3, and on the third one, you're gonna lift up your leg. And you're gonna go back to the squat. 1, 2, 3. Lift other side. Squat. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Back down. You're gonna feel it huge in your little butt cheeks, or in my case, big ass butt cheeks on the side, and then you're gonna feel it in your leg. Obviously, as you're doing your pulses, if you do your pulses lower, then you're gonna get much more of the quad. So we're gonna do these all together at the same time. And they're all gonna be for 45 seconds with a 15-second break in between. Because that last one's gonna suck a lot, I'm gonna give you a minute break, or actually a minute and 30-second break between each round. And we're gonna do it based on time, either 3 or 4 times. We'll see, or with whatever Brooks tells us to do, based on what I believe he's saying. So really, you have no control at all, Brooks.
He's gone. He tapped out.
No, he's still there. He's just in hiding. He's playing with the cat.
I'm gonna tap out. I'm pretty fucking
Yeah,
tired.
cool.
So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, next week, man.
Yeah. All right, let me get the timer going. All right, so time starting in 10 seconds. Remember, the first one's the forearms with forearm extensions. Plank. Starting in 2, 1, go. Twenty. 10. 3. Break. Slow bicycles. Woo, man. Shoulders are tired. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember to pause on these. My form on these also really sucks, so sorry, I'm not a very good example. 20. 10. 2. Break. All right. Bear to shoulder taps. This is great. We're gonna get a big old shoulder workout. Good deal. 3, 2, 1. Bear shoulder tap. Remember to try to isolate your upper body and lower body on these. You should still feel a pretty big core workout on these. Remember to keep the knees as close to the ground as possible. 20 seconds. 10. 5. Break. All right. Last thing, we get a break. 3 sumo squats with a leg lift. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. When you lift your leg, try to make it as straight as possible. And then back down. Instantly back into the squat. Remember, try to keep good squat form so that your knees aren't tracking too far over your feet. Ten seconds. 2, break. Woo. Okay. Grab some water. Made it 15 seconds. Start it over. And then there were 3. I think Aaron's at his family reunion right now, so I'm missing out on him. I don't know what happened to Ann. I know she was sick last week. Hopefully she's feeling better. 30 seconds. $15 seconds. First one, remember, plank to forearm reaches. I didn't even get my breath back. 5, 2, 1, go. If you feel like you're losing form on these, then just hold the plank, which I might have to do. 20. 10. 5. Break. Woo. Bicycle slow. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. 20. 10. Break. Bear shoulder taps. 2, 1, go. Oh. 15. 5. Break. Sumo squat to leg. lift. Three, two, one, go. These suck way more the second time. 15. 10. 5. Break. Minute. All right. This will be the last round. I do want to do the little shoulder turning thing at the end, just because we did so many shoulders. I understand it's brutal, but it'll be a good one to get those muscles good and stretched. That way, tomorrow's recovery won't be as bad. I know it's brutal, but such a great one for form. 15 seconds last time through these. It's always the things that you hate the most that are the best for you. 3, 2, 1, plank. Forearm extension. I'm gonna just hang out and plank because I'm losing my form. 20. 10. 30. Break. Bicycle slow. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten. 2. Break. Bear shoulder taps. Last 2 things of this. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, 15. Oh. 5. Oh. Break. Sumo to leg. Assume the position. 2, 1, go. This one should have like mandatory sound effects. Yeah! Boom. Finish strong. 10 seconds. 3. Break. Woo! Chimama. Oh. Okay. Grab some water, shake it out. I saw all the eye rolling from Brooks for this last thing, but I promise you it's worth it. And if it's not and you don't believe so, remember, this is all voluntary. Okay. Sending breath, give me a second. All right. Start in 20 seconds.
What are we doing, Brandon?
Yeah, so I'll describe it. So we're gonna start in 10 seconds, but just follow my lead. So what you wanna do is go ahead and go straight out as far as you can, like a T. You're gonna make a fist so your thumbs are up. And I want you to squeeze your hands back behind you such that you're pulling your chest open as far and as much as possible, keeping that nice T. Squeezing the shoulder blades back, trying to massage the muscles between the shoulder blades by pulling them back. You're just gonna keep holding that, keeping the arm straight. Remember to keep the good course, keep the tailbone tucked. Try to keep everything else relaxed. Try to relax the neck, relax the head, relax the body, but keep the core tight and the arms back. Around this time is when I start feeling my hands feeling a little bit numb. That's fine. That just shows how much tightness there is. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly start rotating your thumbs back to the wall, back behind you. Just rotating them as far as you can go. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades back. You're just gonna hold that. Keep squeezing, keep breathing, keep the neck relaxed. People can rotate different amounts based on their flexibility. Just keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Hold it. All right, now start rotating back up to the start position and then start rotating forward. So you're gonna rotate, thumbs are pointing forward now. Keep rotating, thumbs are gonna point down as far as you can go. But remember, keep pulling back, back, back. Your arm should feel really shaky right now. My fingers are numb. My neck is tight, but still trying to keep it relaxed. Keep holding it. 2, 1, relax. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. We're gonna do that one more time. So just shake that out, shake it out. Try to keep it relaxed. For me, when I stop, I feel a big release, blood flowing back into my hands. And for me, I get this huge sensation at the top, up by my neck, and directly between my shoulder blades. The neck one is the reason I do this one so much, because that's where I hold most of my tension and stress. And it's by doing that contraction, when I stop, I can feel that flow back through, get the blood moving back through there, and that's what helps me recover a lot. All right, so we're gonna do it one more time. Starting in 10 seconds. This will be the last thing, I promise. 2, 1, starting position. Remember, fists, they don't have to be super tight fists, but just in a closed position, arms straight, pulling back. So just stay there for a few seconds. Just keep pulling back, breathing, keeping everything relaxed except for core and arms and shoulder. I like to kind of roll my neck out a little bit from time to time, making sure it's relaxed. Now this time we're going to start going to the forward. So we're going to rotate forward. So I'm pointing straight forward now. And then keep rotating down, 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 as far as you can go. I've already got the big time shakes because of the first round. Woo, just keep pulling back. Keep breathing. Okay, start rotating back up. Slow, slow, slow. So I'm back to the starting position. Now rotate back, rotating back as far as you can go. Keep squeezing back. Ooh, mama. Hold it. Keep squeezing. Ooh. 10 seconds. Ooh. Longest 10 seconds ever. 5, 2, 1, break. Ooh, chimama. All right. I am sweatier right now than I have been in a long time from that one. Y'all have any questions, concerns, thoughts, prayers?
Just thanks, as always.
Yeah. Like I said, the challenge is if you want to pick something from this, try to do something during the week. Or if you're doing some things on the side that you enjoy, that you like, always send it our way. We might figure out a way to incorporate it. I had mentioned last week, I didn't get to see, but I couldn't see you guys. Did both of y'all have bands?
I have these like kind of long ones.
Yep. Those are
But
fine.
they're actually like really, really intense, even like the
Yep.
smallest one that I have.
Yeah, those are way stronger than the one that I have. Did you see the one that I was using?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are flatter ones, and they have multiple different ones. I like those a lot. They're great for so many different workouts. The one that you have is perfect for like a counterweight that we use typically, like we have at Crux. But yeah, those are going to be really strong. But still, it should be enough for that one just to put in a little bit of tension. So for the workouts we did, that one still would be pretty good for it.
Yeah, I use like
For
one.
any of the other ones, like the ones we do, those other ones, that's going to be really hard with that band.
Yeah. That's why I got these as counterweights for like pull-ups and stuff because I was trying to learn like.
That's all I use those for. Yeah. I have used them if I don't have anything else, just for like the kind of thing we did today. Those are fine. It's up to you guys. I want to start moving more into band work because there's so many different workouts we can do with bands, and I find them to be the most kind of universal for a class like that, where you don't have a lot of different weights. With bands, you can easily adjust them to keep making them harder. And specifically for shoulder stuff, which is what I like to focus on the most, those are by far the most useful thing for all the PT and everything I've done for my shoulder surgeries and anything else. It's always been the most useful, and also the thing I've seen the most benefits from. So I'm probably going to start adding more band things. I will be throwing in and telling you guys what weights you can do, what workouts you can do that are going to be similar. But like, for example, today's, I wouldn't say those are really all that close because you're not getting that compression out when you're doing the overhead, which is really what that main workout is. Not to say that the free weight, that's still a very useful workout, but you're going to get that in a completely different part of your shoulder, and it's not going to have as much of the stabilizing workouts in it. So again, just giving you guys for future notice, I probably will be doing more bands, but obviously not mandatory. You can get them online. They are pretty cheap. I would recommend if you get one. Oops, let me see. I like the ones Usually you can get these in a pack of 4 or 5. There's like a pink one, a red one. This is like the blue one, and then there's a black one, which is like the heavy one. They're thin. They do last a while, but if you're doing the pink one a lot, you will break it eventually. But from my memory, they're not that expensive, and I usually get quite a bit, even out of definitely out of the stronger ones. I get quite a bit of trips out of it. So other than that, yeah, you got any thoughts? Just send them our way. Otherwise, thanks for making the workout hard, Brooks, and we will see you again next week. And virtual high five. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.